All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. Most importantly, thanks for coming on back. If you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe? Whichever platform you're watching this on, listening to. If you go over into YouTube, I am in the new studio, still waiting on a few more adjustments. Have to adjust my sound for the YouTube people. But everything else seems to be running fine. The sign that I'm waiting to come on in the background, I don't know what to do with it yet. I might do so, whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway, come see me live this weekend on Saturday, we're in May, May 18th, May 19th, Saturday, Sunday. I am at the Borgata Casino in Atlantic City. Tickets are on sale there now. And also Florida, coming back to Florida on June 7th and 8th. I am at a comedy club in St. Cloud down there. I forgot the name of it. I should have written it down, but I'd be more professional. But you know what? It's on me social media. I have it posted 110 times. Follow me there on any of the social media. Mick Thomas Comedy. Did you see me on Fox? It was fun. I had fun on Fox this week. I really did. I'm being honest with you. I got a chance to hang out with a congressman. Congressman who we will be running. We were talking backstage. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. You heard this here first, right? We were chatting backstage in the green room. He may run for president on the next time around. 2028. He may be running for president. Mr. Wesley Hunt, Congressman Wesley Hunt, could then become president, hanging out with Mick Thomas. Mick Thomas hanging out with presidential candidates. That's the level I'm going to. That's the level I'm taking you with me with. Okay? We went from dicking around in the basement to talking about fart jokes and whatnot. And now here we are. Mick Thomas rubbing shoulders with presidential candidates. This is why I'm going there. I'm taking you with me, by the way. I'm taking you with me. So it was a fun show. Wesley Hunt was a hilarious guy hanging off stage, on stage with. It was fun. It's on Fox News. Go back, check it with my good buddy. And thank you to Jimmy Fela for having me on the show. I do appreciate it. So that is available wherever you get your Fox News from. I know it upset a lot of people, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. What else was I going to talk about? Happy Mother's Day, right? It is Mother's Day today as I record this. Or should I say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset people. Happy Birthing Person's Day. It's no longer Mother's Day, right? It is Birthing Person's Day. Seriously, they wanted to change that. They did want to change that. From Mother's Day to Birthing Person. Yeah, can't say mother anymore as it's been since the dawn of time. It is now a birthing person because we want to keep the people on the left happy. We want to keep them happy. Make sure no feelings are hurt, right? No feelings are hurt. So I do want to wish a happy, for all the women out there who did push a person out of their vaginas. Not the new women. This day is not for you. You know the women with cocks. Your day is April 1st. I'm kidding, am I? But anyway, I hope you do have a happy month, and it is a great day, right? It is a really, really well celebrated day, isn't it? Though Mother's Day, it's almost up there with Christmas, almost neck and neck with Christmas. Mother's Day, right? Because I was even at Mass this morning, right? Last night I went out. Got home from a show I was at the Comedy Cellar. I had a spot at 2 o'clock in the morning because of normal delays, celebrities popping in. I get pushed back a little bit. I'm a little person in a big pond. And so I didn't go on till 2:30. By the time I got in my door, it was 4 o'clock in the morning this morning. And I got up at 7 to go to Mass, right? That's who I am. I got up, I went to Mass. And even church, Catholic church this morning was all about Mother's Day, right? We went there, we did our stuff, we did our normal mass, and at the end of it, because you're all standing up, if you've been to a Catholic mass, it ends with everybody standing up. Our masses end us. Let us go forth in peace to love and serve the Lord. And everyone goes, thanks be to God. Amen. And you bless yourself and you kneel at the pew and you walk out. Some people, if you've ever been to a Catholic mass, they wait till the priest walks out past you and you bless yourself as the priest walks by, and then he meets you in the lobby. Mick Thomas doesn't do that. Mick Thomas is a bad boy, right? Our mass is ended. Let us go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. And I don't wait for it. I leave. That's how I'm edgy Catholic, right? That's who I am. That's who I am. But before he did that, gave the final blessing this morning, he was like, while we're already standing, he goes, all right, I want all the men to sit down, to leave the women just standing. And they did that. And the priest gave him a nice blessing, and he made the men applaud them. And all the men clap for the women, and I go by my onesie, right? I live with heathens, and I go to mass by myself every Sunday morning, sometimes Saturday evening, depending on my schedule. And we're all sitting there and we're applauding the mothers in God's house. I remember that happening for Father's Day, right? I just remember something like, and can all the women sit down and the men stand up? By the way, lads, we need some volunteers to fill in some potholes, to get some graffiti off the children's playground, off the swings and slides. So if you could just head out later on after that. Different. Take my son to town today to play a bit of pinball. Packed. And my town was packed. Lines outside restaurants. You can't get into it. That doesn't happen on Father's Day. Did you ever go to a restaurant on Father's Day? You walk in, the staff are playing solitaire. They're bored off their tits. They are bored off of their titties. Right? Mother's Day, it's just up there, man. It is way up there, and so I do wish you all a happy Mother's Day for those of you who are mothers and who have mothers, who maybe want to be a mother one day, who wants to identify as a mother. Enjoy the day, because you deserved it, ladies. You deserved it. This day should be about you, like every other day, but this one, you know, we highlight and give you cards and flowers and that kind of stuff. So enjoy it, because when Father's Day comes around, we don't, right? What do we want, right? Because when Mother's Day is, we huddle, don't we? The families get together and go, all right, you go get the card, right? You get the flowers. I'll handle the restaurant. Why you booking a restaurant? It's August. Yeah, we want to be prepared for next year. That's how organized we are for Mother's Day. That's how important it is. Right? Go, mother is great. Team go out, do their jobs. We get Mother's Day ready. Father's Day comes around. What do you want? I don't know. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone for a day. That's all. Leave me alone for a day. That's all we want. Simple. Very simple. But anyway, I digress. So what I wanted to talk about today was, when I saw this last week happen at the end of last week, of course, it's all about the timing of the podcast when it gets recorded, and then I've missed opportunities I could do to make extra money to help pay for studios and sound equipment. I could accept advertising, which I'm not going to do. A friend on here wrote to me and said he wouldn't mind listening to advertisement if he meant I got some revenue to build it, and I appreciate that, but I really don't want to do that. But because I just want to go straight to the point, right? I want to be in control. I don't want to say things and have advertisers, you know, threaten to pull me out because I said this or I said that. And but I lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about? Fucking hell. Oh yeah, I didn't get the timing of the episode was off, because, and I could do 2 episodes. One being a Patreon, which means, you know, and people said they would do it, they would pay money and they would get their own exclusive episode. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to exclude anybody, because we live in a tough time financially, right? And I genuinely don't want to, you know, have somebody to pay another subscription, because I do have genuine people who love the show and they write to me and I write back to them. I try, and I do have a social media team that runs most of my social media that answers all my questions and a lot of times. But if I've had a conversation with you on social media, you know the type of conversation that is real. It's not like, hey, where are you going to be June 7th, 8th? Oh, well, Mick Thomas will be in this comedy club in Florida in St. Cloud. Right? That could be my team working it, but I don't. I like to communicate with people on here. So, but I don't. So I don't have a Patreon, because I know times are tough for people, and I don't want to exclude people, because I you know, fuck it, why not? If I have something to say, I'll say it for everybody for free. You don't need to be exclusive club to listen to my shit. But anyway, again, rambling, Mick, today. Get to the point. So I wanted to talk about, so what I saw was and since then I'm not the first person to think about it, which means I'm not really original, right? It means other people have had the same idea. They've had the same. I'll lean forward a little bit to talk to you about this one. The Met Gala, right? The Met Gala at the Metropolitan Museum, and it was the who's who of show business, right? Something that I'm not part of. Decked out in hundreds of thousands of dollars in dresses and $75,000 a ticket. $75,000 a ticket for this, and I couldn't help but feel ashamed to live in a world, right, and embarrassed to live in a world where these people, they're called celebrities, which comes from the word celebrated, right? So we celebrate these people, and photographers out, and I go and I listen to people talk. I've heard a bunch of people talk. Hey, did you see Zendaya's dress? Did you see the suit worn by this guy? Did you see the fucking headscarf by this idiot? And I thought, what are we doing, right? You know, and this is not a political thing. This is not my stance on Israel Palestine, but interesting fact, you know, 37,000 people have been blown to bits in Palestine. And again, it's not an anti-Israel quote or thing, it's a human thing. I'm talking about human beings. Agree or disagree what the politics are. 37,000 people blown to bits at the same night. The numbers are racking up of the dead. Innocent people have nothing to do. And I've always said this, six cunts in suits are what control us and what make us fight amongst ourselves. And right, we're over here watching, you know, people. It broke my heart to see some people, because I thought people were like Chris Hemsworth, Thor, fuck you, right? I was a big fan, everyone knows that, right? If I was to fuck a man, it would be him. It would be Chris Hemsworth. If someone said to me, if you had to fuck a man right now, I would say Chris Hemsworth. I would have said, had to fuck a man. If I want to fuck a man, it would be Chris Hemsworth. You, not even the hypothetical game. Gun to your head. None of that. I give him a handy. I give him a handy right now. No problem at all. And fuck you, Chris Hemsworth. When I saw you attended that. I like Ed Sheeran, right? Wexford man. His grandmother's from my hometown. He mentions my hometown in a song. My little tiny 3,000 people when I was living there town. 3,000 people in a small village called Wexford. I'm going to marry the woman I love down by the Wexford border, said Ed Sheeran in a song called Nancy Mulligan. Big fan of Ed Sheeran, I was. Fuck you, Ed Sheeran. Right? These are the same people that go out and tell you, you know, hey, when you go out in the world, man, don't vote for this guy, you should vote for that guy. Bang, explosion. Children walking around picking up their fucking body parts like they're Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Right? Is that we're supposed to listen to them? $75,000 a ticket. A ticket to get into this thing. Fun number for you. 44 million. You know what 44 million is? 44 million people alone in America go to bed hungry. No food. Don't know where their next meal is coming from. 44 million. 44 million people. $75,000 a ticket to get into this fucking thing. What food is worth $75,000? Right? Maybe Rolos and a blowjob from a young Angelina Jolie. Maybe. If I had it. I'm saying if I had the money. Right? If I was 5 short, would I take out a loan from a blowy from a young Angelina Jolie and a bag of Rolo? That probably I might do that. I might do that. But that's not what they were serving at the Met Gala. Probably some weird rhino, right? I'm assuming something that they hunted that like there's only 25 of them left, and they just fucking sent some guy out, some hunter. Yeah, hi over here. We went out into Africa. We were able to hunt down this new rare species of quail club. It was a quail club, and we searched him down and we served him at the Met Gala. What was so unique about this animal? Well, every bite is the cure for cancer, but we don't want that now. you can't help but feel, man, that we've lost the plot. Because there was a time when I was a kid, I would watch the Oscars, right, or any entertainment awards, and you liked the movies and you knew what they were, and they were real art, and there was no agenda, there was no story, there was no hidden message behind it. It was just, here's a fucking movie, isn't it great, isn't it entertaining? There's no formula to follow. And these people, you didn't care who they were. Their job was to act. You never wanted to see a picture of them at the airport. You never wanted to see inside their house, coming out of a Starbucks holding kids on their hips. You didn't care about that shit. But now we've elevated these people that, oh look, there's Dua Lipa at a beach. Fuck Dua Lipa. Right? Fuck Zendaya. All of them. They can all fuck off. You start worshipping these fucking celebrities and thinking what they, Beyonce, fucking Taylor Swift, all of them. All of them. We've lost it. I think we've lost the plot on that when we brag and we televise, and the news anchors, the news was doing it, by the way. The news were there, coming back after the break. Right? They've just reported on fucking, I don't know, something, a white guy said this to a black guy, right? Coming back after the break. What was fucking Ed Sheeran wearing when he high-fived Chris Hemsworth and Zendaya at the gala? Will be more after these messages. You're the news. That's not news. That's gossip. That's bullshit. Where was the there's no coverage, by the way, right? This is one of the reasons they want TikTok gone, and I see it more on Instagram than TikTok. I'll be honest with you. I saw a 7-year-old girl this week get her hands melted, right? Her hands are melted together. Her hair is burnt. Everything about her burnt off in Palestine from a missile attack. Right? Yeah, and she's still alive. She's going to suffer for the rest of her life because there's no hospitals. The hospitals are gone. And again, it's not, well, you can fucking thank this person, that. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into Biden doing this, that, the other, fucking Yahoo. I mentioned that last week. I'm not doing it again. It's not about that. What broke my heart is the news didn't cover that. Why aren't you showing that person? Why aren't you showing that little girl burnt to a crisp? Right? You're not. You want to cover the fuck... Are we that? Is that what we've become? I mean, look at yourself, right? If you own a Stanley Cup and you listen to this, one of the Stanley Cup, you're part of the problem. I'm sorry if you think I'm having a go, but you do. You don't. Because your water intake is your water intake. You could have drank water anyway. Look at this. I got this. This was a 7-Eleven this morning. This Poland Spring bottle. It cost me $1.50. Well, the planet. There's lead in the fucking things that you're buying. The lead. Remember the thing that they warned us against China? Lead is in your fucking Stanley Cups. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, plenty of lead in that. Look it up. Don't take it from me. Fact check me. I love a bit of fact checking. But if you're one of those people that wants a Stanley Cup, you're part of the problem. Because water is water. And if you're lucky enough, that's the thing too, right? If you're blessed enough to be able to just go and get water, just to walk to the tap and turn it on, and don't appreciate it, then you're part of the problem. This is a fucking bummer episode, isn't it? This is a downer. I don't think there's any laughs in this one, unless you're a weird twisted person. You kind of laughed at the girl getting burnt, the little child getting burnt. I mean, listen, I have a dark sense of humor. Maybe that set you off. I don't know. Who am I to judge? But you're part of the problem, I think, if that, you know what I mean, if you're contributing to that shit. We need to just do a big reset. We need to change things up in the way we look at things, because this ain't working. This ain't working for any of us. It's not working for humanity, right? I mean, there's been a bunch of videos put together like made it look like the Hunger Games, right? If you have Biden next to fucking Snow. You have the White House looks just like the same house Snow has. And I guess it's just a movie, right? It's just a book into a movie and whatnot and that stuff. But the message of that is true, right? The message is just these weirdos in weird outfits, weird hats. And then over here within them is you have pure poverty and destruction, and that's what it is. And if you don't wake up and realize you're part of that, you're contributing to that, you know, you're wrong. Maybe you'll get a chance to open up your mind and your eyes and just see that the things that you think are important are not important. 44 million people won't eat tonight. 44 million, right? I will. I got Rolos in the fridge. Feel bad about it now. Every bite is going to be delicious hate. Delicious. It's going to be guilt coated with delicious chocolate. Delicious guilt. That's what I'm going to eat tonight. Delicious guilt. I know maybe you will too. Hopefully you will too. But let's stop following these people. Let's stop putting these people up on pedestals. First of all, they're not giving us good music anymore. They're definitely not giving us good movies anymore. What are they doing? What are they giving us? Right? What are they giving us that Jesus hasn't given us? Seriously. What are they giving you that the Lord hasn't given you? Nothing. Nothing at all. 44 million people. Well, you go and think about that, and I'll go eat my delicious guilt chocolate. Anyway, thanks for listening, liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming on back. I am sorry it was a bummer of an episode. I really am. But next week I'll be on location. I'll bring my laptop. I'm going to record from the Borgata Casino. If you're in Atlantic City, there's a few tickets left for that in the theatre. The theatre shows. So come down and see me. I'd love to see you. And listen, as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.